To me, community is sharing. I saw a quote one time that said, "Shared joy is double the joy, and shared sorrow is half the sorrow." And community shares the joys, the sorrows, tragedies, and triumphs. We carry each other from this, quoting the song "One" by the band U2. And a healthy community is not just sharing, but also embracing each other and our differences and our flaws and becoming better people, bettering each other, also caring each other. I've been a huge supporter of the organization from the very beginning. I've read Renee's story. I found meaning in it. I deal with depression and anxiety, and it's been tough. And I've used the resources that TWLOHA had, and the websites and the blogs. They really helped. I read Jamie's book. The organization has really been pivotal, in me dealing with my issues. And at the core of it is that your story is really important. And that's something I really believe in. And hopefully I'll be able to use my own story and the skills that I have as a writer to help the organization, especially in this time of uncertainty with the pandemic. A lot of people have had a lot of influence in my life, but one of them was Miles, who was a friend of mine, and he had cancer. He blogged about his experiences living with cancer, and CNN even did a story about him. And I was able to talk with him through Facebook and email. We became friends, and when he died, it was one of the hardest losses I've ever had to go through. And one of the things that Miles wrote was that trials make or break a person. The greater the struggle, the more you will gain from it, or the further you will fall. And so, even if he was faced with this, he still thrived under the uncertainty and found meaning in it. And he made something meaningful from something so tragic. And that's something that I like and that I want to do, with influencing people and my friends, is, again, using my story to help others. And I just spoke with a friend of mine who told me, I'm thinking of seeing a therapist because of my anxiety, and I encouraged her to do so, because therapy helps. Therapists are there for a reason, and I just, I told her he should. And though some things that I'm passionate about, I love reading. Reading is just something I enjoy doing. I've learned a lot of things through reading. I have a lot of books in my closet, so many of them. And they've helped me a lot. Writing is also my passion. I love writing. I want to be a published author and study journalism. And I try to write every day, and it's the ultimate escape. Like writing, I just put my headphones on and I just start typing. I'm in my zone. It's the best. Traveling is another passion that I have. I miss it so much. I've gone to a few places. I went to New York last year. It was such a wonderful place. I really, I left a little piece of myself in New York City. I love getting ready for trips and stuff. Flying is like, I don't like flying. Also spending time with friends, going on walks, talking with friends, and shopping a little bit. So, 5 random facts about me. Fact 1, I don't like balloons. I have a phobia with balloons. I don't want them anywhere near me. Like the floating balloons are fine. The balloons, no. It's just because a balloon popped in my face when I was a kid. Fact 2, I love Supernatural. Supernatural is my favorite show ever. It is just something I'm obsessed with. And fact 3, I actually met Jared Padalecki. He's a great person. I really admire Jared for his honesty with depression and anxiety. And he gives the best hugs. I made really good friends within the Supernatural fandom. Fact 4, I won a national essay contest in high school. One of the judges was Mia Farrow, and I got a free trip to Washington, D.C. And fact 5, I won a free trip to Las Vegas in a radio contest. I know, it's super cool. So the hardest thing that I ever had to do for something I believed in was, it's a kind of a long story, but, cutting ties with my mom, because one of the things I believe in is living a life without fear, shame, and living a life with joy. That I believed in. And unfortunately, I had to cut ties with my mom because of it, because of her mental illness. And I tried to help her, but I realized that the only person who can help you is yourself. So that's it. Thank you.